Welcome! This is Ongoing Adventures. This is our new series of general car maintenance. Stick around, watch how we do it, how we help you and what you guys can see. Stick around, stay track, let's see how we go. Rightio, so we're on another episode today of general car maintenance for the Ongoing Adventures team. I'm Todd once again. I'm not working on my car today, but I'm actually going to work on Tamara's car on a Suzuki Swift. So lucky enough, we thought might do a video on this one because today's little project will be trying to change out some brake pads on a car because, you know, they're important. They slow your car down and stop them. So today's episode, yep, like I said, is changing out some brake pads on the Suzuki Swift on Tamara's car. They are basically the same method on how to change your brake pads out. So if you can sort of do it on these cars, you should be able to generally do it on more cars, at least get the method of idea on how to do them. So I'm going to get right ahead, get smashing into it, take out the cap, loosen the crack of the wheel nuts off, and we'll jack the car up. Take the tyre off, pop underneath, and we'll go from there. So let's get cracking. Now, one good advantage I have is having a working pit. I can actually get any of a breaker bar quite easily with an extension bar onto it and crack these wheel nuts off or general most stuff. So I am pretty fortunate in that regards. Now when jacking the car up, just make sure you have a good look over, make sure nothing's moving or twisting or the car itself not rolling away. I usually try and get enough so I just get a bar under there, and that should be pretty easy then for me to take the tyre off and put it back on when I'm ready to. So since I've cracked those, I should be able to stick this into my gun. So, because my jack is pretty reliable, I'm not going to worry about putting car stands in, but you should always definitely put car stands in. But that's also what I have the tyre there for, so it acts like a little car stand if it does want to drop down. So, this is the brake pads here. Now we're going to look at trying to unbolt it and then removing the brake pads. We'll get cracking from there. Okay, so what we're going to get into, we're going to try and work out what these size bolts are on the back so I can actually unbolt it and slide the brake calipers off. So I've got a few sockets here. Let's give a whirly. No, too small. Too small. What's the chances of it being the same size wheel nuts? No, too big. Okay, we got it. So for a Suzuki Swift, it's a 17mm socket. Now, don't guarantee all your cars are going to be the exact same size because mine is, I think, it's like a 20mm socket or something like that. So, don't, recommend, say, just going up by the 17. Just check what yours is and then presto from there. So once again, we're going to grab this and just crack it. Cool. So that's all it is, guys. Just two of those, one top and bottom. And now what I might do, before I take this one off, I might undo this clip up here just so I have a bit more room with the brake line hose. So the reason for that, guys, is just so I can just slip that bit there off and it gives me more mobility for the actual brake pad itself. So hopefully it might reach the ground, which I don't think it will. There's a block of wood just on the side of the sheet. Can you grab me? Alright, so the second one's now out. Gonna carefully just slide her off. Hopefully, it just slides off. Yep, presto. That's all it is. So, I've got tomato in the block of wood. Hopefully it will just sit on that for me. There we go, just the right height. Because you don't want to put any strain on this hose here. Right, yeah. So now what we're going to do is now just pop off the old brake pads and hopefully put the new ones in. So, what we're now just going to quickly do is just pop out the old ones. Oh, that's one. Oh. That's the second one. So we're going to grab the new ones now. Now, what I might do is quickly show you guys the difference between the old and the new. So a good example is, as you guys can see it on camera, the size difference to when the pads have worn to when they're brand new. So this is why we're stopping. So realistically, Tamara only has that much left of brake pad left to go, which isn't a great deal there. So we're going to swap out now so she has good braking power when she needs it. So now the new ones, we're going to slap these bad boys in and see how we go. So these, we don't need anymore, fuck them. Goodbye. And then we're going to put these ones in. So now I'm just going to slap these ones now back in. So let's have another attempt at this, we'll try again. So now I've got the camera closer, so what's happened is the cylinder here, it was sticking out too far. It wasn't moving at all, so I had to get a socket into here like that. And then I got the F clamp on the back bolt back here and onto here. And I basically just pushed it back in. It took a fair bit and I got it pop out and I pushed it back in. Now it's moving. Now it's stuck in, which is good. So when the actual brake presses, it'll clamp up together. But that was stopping me from putting this onto here. So just make sure that's flush and it can actually move backwards, and make sure your two side bolts can actually slide in and out fine as well. Because I did another car not all that long ago and the two outers were seized. So we've got that now working. Hopefully what should happen, the brake pad should slide in and I should be able to slap it back on pretty well straight away now. So just push them back just slowly until it's basically flush on there. Now I grab another one, set her in, same thing, but now I'm trying to push them. So as you can see these little guards here. So what I do is just put the bottom bit onto here and then try and push that back to clip the top bit on. And just like that, guys, now we should be able to put this back onto here. Just like that. So all I'm going to do is real quick is put the top bolt back in, just so it holds it there. And press that, we got it back on, ready to go. Now I can bolt the brake line bracket back on, bolt this back on, give it a quick shake test, and then slap the tyre back on, and we can go to the other side. Okay, so like I said, I've got the top one now back in. I'm going to slide the bottom one now back in. I'll just wiggle this a little bit. Yep, like that. Now I usually like to grab it and just hold it up a little bit. Just so you're not putting a lot of tension onto those bolts, and they can just sort of rest in the right place. So just quickly wind that up as much as you can with your fingers. Yep, to the top one. Presto, that's now back on. Make sure I got the right socket again. Nope, oh, is that the right? Yep. And then do these back up. Yeah. So I've just done it with a ratchet real quick. I'm just going to quickly put the breaker bar back on and just do a little firm nick up, and we should be pretty good then. Whoop, I must have go the wrong way. Yep, just like that. Boom, one done. Boom, done, second one done. So the main brake is now on. Just going to quickly bolt the bracket on for the brake line so it doesn't go moving around. So there you go guys, the actual now brake cylinder with the new brake pads are now back on. Presto, easy as. After we worked out what was going on, now we're going to put the tyre back on. So I just gave them a quick little nick up. We're going to now drop the car and then we'll properly nick them up again. Sweet beans, looking pretty good so far. Boom, the car's now dropped. I'm just going to nick these up again. Presto, done. Tyres ready, brakes are on. Put the wheel cap back on. Just like that guys. Now I'm going to flip around and do the other side real quick and we should be pretty good. And then tomorrow I'll go for a quick test drive and make sure brake pads are nice and firm and still good to go. Let's get crack on the other side real quick. Presto, wheels back on. We're going to go for a quick test drive to test these brake pads, new ones out. Make sure I've done everything right and then quickly check them if we need to. And presto guys, easy as that. What we might do at the same time when we go for a bit of a drive, we're actually going to check all our tyre pressures while we're out, because why not? Thanks for watching guys. This is Todd from Ongoing Adventures. And hopefully you guys have learnt a little bit from changing these brake pads over. And hope you guys will have an easy job than I did. Compared to the other side, it was quite difficult because I had a little stuck cylinder on there. This side was pretty good, made it pretty easy. So just a reference, if you do run into a bit of trouble, the other side took me about 45 minutes to do until I finally got it on and going and working again. Where the driver's side only took me about 15 minutes to do because I had no problems on this side at all. So it's up to you guys if you want to have a go at changing brake pads over. If not, these hopefully will give you an idea on what you need to do or how to do it. Thanks for watching and Ongoing Adventures. And just like that, another episode of Ongoing Adventures is done. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, subscribe and share to all your friends and family. And I'll catch you on the next one.